Feeling unrested upon waking can be a common experience, even after what seems like a full night of sleep. One of the underlying physiological reasons for this is related to the body's natural stress response system and how it interacts with the sleep-wake cycle. The key players in this process are hormones, primarily cortisol, which is often called the stress hormone. Normally, cortisol levels follow a predictable daily rhythm. They are lowest in the middle of the night, begin to rise a few hours before waking, and peak shortly after you get up in the morning. This morning surge of cortisol is a natural and healthy part of the body's internal clock, helping you feel alert and ready to start the day. It essentially acts as a wake-up signal for your brain and body. However, when a person experiences chronic stress, this carefully orchestrated hormonal rhythm can be disrupted. Prolonged periods of stress, whether from work, personal life, or other pressures, can lead to elevated cortisol levels throughout the day and, crucially, into the night. When cortisol remains high during the evening and nighttime hours, it can interfere with the body's ability to initiate and maintain deep, restorative sleep. The body interprets high cortisol as a signal to be alert and ready for action, which is the opposite of the state required for restful sleep. This hormonal imbalance can lead to several issues. It might make it harder to fall asleep in the first place. It can also cause more frequent awakenings throughout the night, as the body is in a state of heightened arousal. Even if these awakenings are brief and you don't fully remember them, they fragment your sleep architecture. This fragmentation prevents you from spending enough time in the deeper stages of sleep, such as slow-wave sleep and REM sleep. These stages are vital for physical repair, memory consolidation, and overall mental restoration. Without adequate time in these deep sleep stages, the brain and body won't get the full opportunity to recover and recharge from the day's activities. So, when the alarm goes off, even after 8 hours in bed, the feeling is one of exhaustion rather than refreshment. The sleep was not of high quality. The body was, in a sense, running on a low level of alertness all night instead of fully shutting down to rest. Furthermore, the disruption doesn't just happen at night. Dysregulated cortisol patterns can also affect the morning wake-up process. Instead of a sharp, effective cortisol peak to promote wakefulness, the morning surge might be blunted or flattened. This means you miss that natural get-up-and-go signal. The result is that feeling of grogginess and fatigue, often called sleep inertia, which can linger for hours after waking. You're trying to start your day without the proper hormonal kickstart. The connection between stress and sleep is a feedback loop. Chronic stress disrupts sleep, and poor sleep, in turn, makes the body less resilient to stress. A lack of restorative sleep can lower your threshold for feeling stressed, making you more reactive to daily pressures. This can further elevate cortisol levels, perpetuating the cycle of poor sleep and daytime fatigue. Another related factor is the autonomic nervous system, which has two main branches, the sympathetic fight-or-flight system and the parasympathetic rest and digest system. Stress activates the sympathetic nervous system, increasing heart rate, blood pressure, and alertness. For healthy sleep, the body needs to shift into the parasympathetic state, which promotes relaxation and recovery. When stress is chronic, the sympathetic nervous system can remain dominant even at night. This sustained state of physiological arousal is incompatible with deep, restful sleep. Your body is essentially stuck in a state of vigilance, making it impossible to achieve the profound relaxation needed for true restoration. Over time, this continuous cycle of stress and poor sleep can have wider effects on general well-being. Waking up tired can impact mood, cognitive function, and physical energy throughout the day. The feeling of not being properly rested becomes the new normal, making it difficult to function at your best. Understanding this biological mechanism highlights how interconnected our stress response and sleep systems are. It shows that waking up tired isn't just about the number of hours spent in bed, but about the physiological quality of those hours. When the body's natural rhythms are thrown off by stress, the restorative power of sleep is compromised, leaving you feeling as though you haven't slept at all. The experience of waking up tired is a direct reflection of the body's internal struggle between the need for rest and the persistent signals of stress.